According to an article on sfu.ca, it's common to experience culture shock when you're in a new environment where you are no longer in control as you have been at your house.
Ooh.
Now, you may experience a range of emotions when adapting to a foreign culture, from excitement and interest to frustration, depression, and fear of the unknown. People differ greatly in degree to which culture shock affects them, but almost everyone is affected by it in one way or another. So, ladies, have you ever been at a social gathering or an event and you felt culture shock or completely out of place? Woo! Whenever I go to an industry event, right? When I was younger, when I was younger,
yeah.
I go to those industry events, and I remember it was one for a major network, and it was just a sea of white people. I was like,
yeah.
And I felt totally out of place. And I went straight to the bar and had me a little cocktail.
How did that work out for you?
And I loosened up a little bit.
It worked out well. I didn't know if this story was going to. And then I got wasted at the bar.
Exactly.
And it was like, hey, there was like, shout, you know, like, I didn't know if you just joined.
There was this show called My Name is Earl.
Uh-huh.
And
I remember that.
And there was the black guy, he had the afro.
Yeah.
And he had did a commercial, and then he had got on My Name is Earl. So when I went to the bar, I saw him. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, but I saw him.
Yeah.
And he had the same look on his face as I had on my face because of all the people. And I looked at him, and I said, how you doing? And he said, I'm scared. I said, I'm scared too, bruh. And so we ended up, calming each other down. So I would suggest, if you ever get into a situation like that, try to find a friendly face.
Yes.
Or an open bar.
Or an open bar.
Or a combination of both.
Or the other. Exactly.
Get that combo.
Yeah. I remember I went to my first Children's Hospital LA gala. Oh. And it was a very fancy gala at a very fancy hotel, and everybody was dressed up, and I think the tables were round tables of 10. And everybody there was a doctor or a scientist.
Oh, geez.
And I felt like, holy crap, what am I doing here? And somebody goes, what do you do? And I said, I'm an actress. And they were like, oh. And I was like, not only did I feel out of place, she made me feel out of place. But it was just interesting because I had never been in a room where people were talking about saving lives and all the new medicines and what they could do. And I felt like I wasn't contributing to anything. And they would talk about where they went to colleges and all these degrees. So I felt, like a fish out of water. But I remember going back the following year and feeling more at place because I thought, you know what, I'm contributing. I'm using my platform to bring awareness to your event.
Absolutely.
So therefore, I'm important too.
You're like, I am saving lives as well.
That's right.
That's right. Bringing awareness saves lives.
That's right.
I hear that. I'm trying to think of, okay, this is actually, I rarely feel like a fish out of water, but we actually went to dinner with some pastors' wives with my husband. Oh. And in the conversation, these women were like, well, I was a virgin until I was married. Girl, I was like, oh.
That can't be good.
Not I. So they were sharing their stories, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. But imagine a dinner table where everyone is like, he's been my same boyfriend since I was 4.
Oh, wow.
And somebody else was like, we got married at 12.
Yes.
And I was just like, well, actually, I think I sipped my margarita and said, oh, no, that definitely wasn't me. I was no virgin. Like, I had to break the ice in some sort of way.
Pearls.
You know what's the best part about it? They didn't. They laughed, and we're actually so much closer even now. Obviously, they weren't really married at 12 and 3, but they were very young and had been with the same man. I was like, well, that was not my story. I was like, well, I guess I feel like a hoe at this table. I actually think I said that. And they laughed. And it was like, let's just break the ice.
Right.
And it ended up being so much better. And they're actually some of my really best friends.
That's the reason why sometimes
they
liquor is
yes, we're really close.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this one's funny. Okay. An article on Herbo.com listed 11 things that aren't illegal, but probably should be. For example, going for seconds on the free samples or even watching a video on your phone with the volume all the way up in a quiet setting. So, ladies, I want to know, what are some things that aren't a crime, but you think should be?
Thongs with socks on.
Oh, my gosh. That ain't
I
it.
get so mad at people.
That's harmful to her eyes. You know, chancletas, the little thong.
Oh, okay. With
Sandals socks.
I know.
Like
all the kids are doing them. It drives me crazy. My
Birkenstocks
kids
with
do
socks.
it.
It's
I
a whole
hate
thing.
it.
I feel like this shouldn't be a crime that you do time for, but it's definitely a crime that should get a fine. Like a nice amount of money.
Like what?
Not flushing the toilets in public bathrooms. What
You know
makes
how
you
I
think
feel
that's
about
what I want to
public
open the
bathrooms.
door and
just
see?
messing
No.
up the whole toilet.
Yo, I'm sorry to say it.
That should
I
be
know
a
what
crime.
you're
Women
about
are
to say.
disgusting.
Yeah.
That should be a crime.
I know you
The
gonna say
women's
that.
That
bathroom
should be a crime.
is so
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is this? What made you say?
Yeah.
You
I'm
literally
just-
have
yeah.
to check. When you go in the store, you gotta go like
No.
this. I be like
Oh,
this.
I
Yo,
don't even-
y'all don't do this when you walk in. Y'all don't do this when you walk in and you go.
Yes.
And you kick the door
Yes.
open.
Yes.
You're like,
Yes.
what's happening in
you
there?
Like, check, and you hope you don't see nothing
I
foul.
know, I don't
But you
like
gonna
it.
see something foul.
Yeah.
You be like,
Then I get up, you finish your business, flush the toilet, flush the toilet, and then you go like
wash
this
your
to open
hands.
the door.
Yes, I agree. Oh my God, that's so. I hate the public bathrooms. You know
It's
that.
so bad.
I
There
talk
should be
about it
a
all the time.
fine
Okay.
that says you did not flush the toilet.
If you're at a party and your friend comes in and goes, "Hi," and you smell bad breath, and then you let them go around talking to other people and being happy to see them, that should be a crime. Because that should be a crime.
no, you
Smell
know what?
something? Say something.
You know what else? You know what else should be a crime? Not allowing me to see my driver's license photo before you put it on my damn license.
Oh,
Yes.
I need approval.
Can
Full
I get a
approval.
redo? Can I get a redo? Can I get a redo?
Yeah.
necessary.
These niggas do it twice
Yeah.
and then pick. Okay.
Right.